Hello, everybody. How are you? So happy to get everything restructured here. I didn't even get my new intro yet for Country Sweetie. This is a companion channel to my Ballroom Sweetie channel because I think everybody who wants to learn to dance, there are very common, universal things that you need to know and understand. So welcome to Country Sweetie, and we're going to talk about some basic elements of line dance that'll help you anywhere. All right, let's get started. So our first one is no standing. No standing at all. So I know that seems easy, and it is in theory. We do understand what no standing means, but I'm going to go through it anyway. But when you're moving quickly and you're forward and you're back and your side and the timing, you're doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing. I mean, we often hear, oh, I forgot to put my lights on. Do, do, do. There, gotta have my twinkle lights. So we often hear, well, I have two left feet. And I honestly don't believe people have two left feet. What they have is two lead feet. They are locked to the ground, they are standing. So if we look at my feet, please look way down. I'm going to stand this way. This is standing. I've got two heels on the ground. I have my weight evenly distributed. This is standing. We don't stand in dancing. I'm going to put weight on one foot or the other, but I don't stand because I don't have time to release, stand and release, and pick the right foot because you got other things you're trying to think of, forward, back, side, timing. So every step, you have to change your weight. This is standing. You need to be on one foot or the other. You need to commit every time. Hold on a minute. Sorry about that. All right, so no standing. This is standing. I need to be on one foot or the other. Switching feet, switching feet, switch feet, switch feet, switch feet, switch feet, switch feet, switch feet. It's a simple concept, but in moving and getting fast, this is where you get in trouble. So there's a difference between, oh, by the way, I'll do it this way. This is standing. If I move, I either moved forward or I moved back, but I don't land standing. Yeah, it is a simple concept, but it's hard to keep up with, especially being a new person and you forget when you're looking at all your other stuff. So we're either going to take a step, and by step, that means change your weight, change your weight, change your weight, release the other foot completely, not just a little, not just breaking your knee, as we say, you know, collapsing your knee a little bit. That's not being off your foot. Pick up the heel. You're changing weight, pick up the heel of the other foot. When you get better, it can be closer to the ground, the other heel. But as a beginner, really switch those feet. Or you might just touch. Same thing, if you're touching, you can't come in and stand. A touch is a touch, just the ball of the foot. So as your teacher or whatever video you're looking at, really listen to the words they're telling you. Step forward. That means a complete weight change. Step forward. Step back. That means get off the other foot. Get off the other foot. Take a side step. Get off the other foot. Get off the other foot. Every time you take a step, you need to get off the other foot. If you're doing a touch, then keep the heel up. If it's a touch, because I'm going to use that foot again, touch, use that foot again. But you can't come in and stand and then try to pull the foot you need, okay? All right, so no standing and understanding step versus touch. Step, I did my complete weight change. Touch, I did not. Touch, step, touch, step, touch, step. If you're a beginner, it's okay to do this. Stand around working on this. Touch and step. Touch, step, touch, step, touch, step, touch, step, touch, step, touch, step. Right there's an exercise alone. I wish people would spend more time on the exercises than worrying about getting the pattern and the routine. Because all that will come so much easier when you have done a little practicing on these exercises. Kind of like on the piano. Dun, 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 dun. And what is that one called? Can't remember it offhand. But right, scales on a piano, they do them over and over and over again, and then go play their song. Same thing. All right. Then we have a chassé and a grapevine. All right. A chassé are side steps. Side, together, I'm going to switch, side. 3 steps, and then I'm going to reverse, whatever it is, but in this case, I'll do another chassé. And by the way, a word is a word, a rose is a rose. Whatever people want to call stuff, let them call it, just understand what they're doing. Side, together, I switch, side. I'm going to turn around. Side, switch, side. Side, step, side. I'm exaggerating the changing of the weight in the middle because, see, otherwise you're just sort of scooping where it's 1, 2, 3. There are 3 steps in a chassé. I guess for line dancing, you could take 3 steps forward. 1, 2, 3. They might call it more of a shuffle. Shuffle step. Okay, they might call it a shuffle. All kinds of different names. I call it a chassé, and it's all good. Now, a grapevine, and you can have a 3-count grapevine and a 4-count grapevine. A 3-count, I'm going to move side, cross and back, side, and hold. Usually there might be a touch there because we're going to reverse. Side, cross and back, side, and touch. Because you're going to reverse. When we're doing 3 counts, generally it means it's going to reverse. Whatever it is, if I'm shuffling forward, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to shuffle back, 1, 2, 3. And there could be a touch or a kick or whatever, but there's no other weight changes. So I have side, together, side, touch. Side, together, side, touch. Side, together, side, kick. Side, together, side, flip. I can do whatever I want on that 4th beat of music, but there are only 3 weight changes. Now, you could interchange that. If it was a grapevine and you just did side, together, side, all is well. All is fine. You're good. You're on the right foot. You had the right timing. Next time, fix it and make it a grapevine. But if you did a chassé instead of a grapevine, that's okay. The difference is I might travel more in a grapevine. Side, back, side. I'm going to travel a lot more than side, together, side. But the weight changes are the same. The timing is the same. Just subtle differences. And you could do it as a variation. If you want to do it for fun, you like one over the other, that's perfectly fine. Let me talk about this 4-count grapevine, just in case. Especially in line dancing, they'll interchange. As I said, if we do a 3-count, it's usually going to reverse. Whatever it is. I do 3 forward, I do 3 back. I do 3 side, I do 3 side, generally. More advanced stuff might do several other things. But in a reverse direction. A 4-count grapevine is going to be a side, move back, side, move front, and then you're going to do something else, probably a rock step. But I'll go the other way now. Side, cross behind, side, cross in front. So in this case, we're taking up what was the touch on the 3-count. The 3-count, 1, I'll do grapevine, sorry. 1, 2, 3, touch. That's the count of 4. If I do a 4-count grapevine, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no touch because you're going to move on to something else. What did I want to say about that? Oh, the grapevine, it alternates, correct? I move to the side and then I cross and back. I move to the side and I cross in front. I move to the side if I kept going. The thing is it can go in any direction. I move to the side, I cross in front. Move to the side, cross and back. Move to the side, and then it will alternate like that. They could also start with the cross. Cross in front, move to the side. Cross and back, move to the side. Cross in front. So any of those options, cross and back, move to the side, cross in front. The traveling leg will alternate front and back, front and back. And when a grapevine starts, it could start with the side step, it could start forward, it could start back. So understanding that that can all flip. And really, as long as you're on the correct foot, again, don't worry if they went back and you went front. It doesn't matter. Yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4. My right foot is free to do whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. My right foot is ready to do whatever. So don't get excited or worried because you crossed in front and they went back. It really doesn't matter. It's always about doing complete weight changes and doing all your counts. If it's 3, I only do 3. I call that happy feet, when your feet start going happy and you add all kind of stuff because you don't know what everybody's doing. Just stop. 1, 2, 3. I can't do any more than that because that's what it is. And then I'm looking to do the next thing. All right, moving on. All right, if you have questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. I'll try to get back to you on stuff because I think everybody can learn to dance. You really have to just understand your basics that are going to come up over and over and over, especially in line dancing. Like I said, this is a companion channel to my BallroomSweetie channel, but country is a great way, and I love country, to learn your basics, start moving to timing, learn how to turn, change your weight, learn these things in a repetitive motion. Repetitive is a great way to start to learn how to put things together, getting used to these things. All right, I want to move on to rock steps, okay? And I got 3 sort of categories for our rock steps. A rock step is 2 steps. Rock step, it's in the words, right? Rock step, so 2 steps. Rock step. The second step is a replacement step. A rock step is going to reverse you. Rock step. Okay? I'm going to get my little handy dandy tool over here I use for a lot of stuff. You can see it. So, rock, replace. That foot can't move. If I go rock step, well then I travel. Like what I did was 2 walking steps. And they said rock step. Now, can I maybe do this a little bit on an angle? A rock step can go in all directions. I can go forward and rock. I can do a back step and a rock. Notice that that second step is not traveling. I can do a side step and rock. That step didn't move. Okay? So a rock step, sometimes we go across, rock, step. We can cross and back, rock, step. sit position, if some of you know what that is. So a rock step is 2 steps, where the second step is a replacement step. So you got to be careful about letting that second step wander. Now, when we have something called a rocking horse in your line dancing. Well, I call it a rocking horse, and call it a rocking chair, anything like that. But that's like multiple rock steps. I'm going to do a forward rock and a back rock. Rock, step, rock, rock. This is your rocking horse. Forward and back and forward and back. That's a rocking horse. And it can be on either foot. Yes? I can also start my rocking horse going back. Rock, step, rock, step, rock, step. Yeah? So it's flexible that way. Another variation of the rocking horse and using your rock steps, but I'll talk a little bit more about that, is, I'm looking over there because I made my notes of what I don't want to forget to talk about, is the K step. The K step, like the letter K. So a K step, and I'm standing here, I'm going to go diagonally, like the leg of the K, forward and touch, come back to the center touch, then go the back part of the K and come back and touch. So this one is using, it's sort of a rock step, and then I could just go 1 and 2, a very slow rock, replace, rock, replace. But a lot of times they'll add the touch in there. So I move forward and I can touch, move back to that center. Back and touch, come back to the center. And same thing, if the K step wants to start back, you can. Back, touch. Forward, touch. Back, touch. Yeah, I'll turn around. So my K step, diagonal, come back, diagonal, come back. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that is your K step. And lastly, dealing with the rock steps is your pivot step. A rock step and a pivot step, same rules apply. I can't move the second foot, but I'm going to turn. Rock, replace. That foot cannot move off, and mostly what people do is rock and then step back. So you need to keep that foot. So throw a piece of paper on the floor, throw a book on the floor, and make sure you're not moving that foot. So I'm going to rock, step. That's my pivot. That's a forward pivot. Forward, pivot. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. So if your left foot is going forward, you're turning to your right. I'll do it with my right foot now, so you could try this. Forward with the right, turn to my left. Forward with my right, turn to the left. So again, individually, these are all simple, but really I challenge you to just work on them individually. Do some rock steps. Forward rock, back rock, pivot rock, forward rock, side rock. Yeah? Because that's what happens when it starts getting really fast. And now you have to keep up with this stuff. So understanding the basics, because that's what the teacher's going to call. Well, she might when she's going teaching or whatever video you're watching. There's universal terms, or even if there isn't a universal term, you should be like, oh, I call that a K step. And you can call it what you want, whatever makes sense to you. I call that the hippity hop. Okay? If that works and I get what I'm doing and you're doing it, we're good. All right, moving on. What I call cha-cha-cha. When I call it a cha-cha-cha, that means I'm going to put a rock step and a chassé together. Okay, a rock step and a chassé together. So you're going to have your cha-cha-cha or your chassé, if you want to do that timing. I do that a lot with my beginners. Cha-cha-cha, because they kind of understand that. And then a rock step. So if I cha-cha, I'm going to use my right foot. You want to use your right foot. And we're going to cha-cha forward. Cha-cha-cha. There's my chassé forward. Forward rock. See, then I have to forward rock. Rock step. And then I'm going to go back. Cha-cha-cha. And a back rock. So that gets us moving, and I put them together as a set when I'm talking about it, when I'm teaching a line dance, cha-cha-cha, so they know there's going to be a rock step, or put them together. Cha-cha-cha, rock step, cha-cha-cha, rock step. Now we can do them to the side. Cha-cha-cha, rock step, cha-cha-cha, rock step. That was with a forward rock. I suppose you could do a back rock. Cha-cha-cha, back rock, cha-cha-cha, back rock. Yeah? But I put them together. So this is how the cha-cha starts evolving. Because you could do one forward, you could do one back. You could do it side, either side. We could cha-cha-cha and do a rock pivot, which happens all the time. Cha-cha-cha and a rock pivot. Yeah? So that may cover the cha-cha-cha sections for now. There's usually a lot of variations on the cha-cha section. But basically, you're putting a chassé and a rock step together. And if I'm moving forward, generally I'm going to forward rock so that I can reverse. And if I'm cha-ching back, I'm going to do a back rock so I can reverse. Same thing if I'm moving side, cha-cha-cha, I'm going to sort of do a cross as I rock so I can reverse. Cha-cha-cha. Step across so I can reverse. Cha-cha-cha. I hope that kind of covers everything of the basics for you. And if you need to, go back and look at this again. Look at it over and over and really make sure you understand these. Number one rule being no standing. So you either have to touch or step. So no standing, either touch or step, but no standing. Then we had chassé versus a grapevine. Okay, break, 2, 3, and touch. Break, 2, 3, and touch. Side together, side and touch. Side together, side and touch. All right. Then we had our rock steps. In general, just a rock step moving forward, moving side, moving back, or even turning your rock. Yes? And of course, using those rock steps, a rocking horse step becomes pretty popular in a lot of dances. And the K step, diagonally, diagonally, come back like a K. All right, the last thing, and then your cha-cha-chas, okay? The last thing I want to say is, and I've been saying this for many, many times, you need to say your words. You need to say and do. Whatever the person is saying on the video you're watching or what your teacher is saying, you have to repeat it. So if the teacher goes, chasse, rock, step, cha-cha, rock, step. You need to say that because you just don't own it. Beginners don't own it. This isn't something that, contrary to popular belief, is just not going to come out of your body. You have to learn the lingo. You have to say it yourself. You have to make your words and your steps match. And saying it makes you do it on the correct timing. Because teachers can't say the forwards and the backs and the sides and the timing individually. So I might say cha-cha-cha-ah. That little ah is accounting for the fourth beat of music. Cha-cha-cha-ah, rock, step. Because I don't want you to roll over that timing and go cha-cha-cha, rock, step. Cha-cha-cha, rock, step. Nope, that's not it. It's cha-cha-cha, rock, step. Cha-cha-cha, rock, step. Your teacher is trying to communicate the timing, the direction, all of it at once, and it depends what you're doing. If you're messing up the timing, she may default to counting. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. If you're messing up your directions, she may talk in those terms. Side together, side, forward, rock. Side together, side off, forward, rock. But in that case, I am still trying to give you your timing on top of that. So you're right. So listening to what they're trying to tell you, and you also say it. So in your head, but if you're home alone, say it out loud, like I'm saying it to you. You say it to someone else, or you teach it to someone else. Grab your kid, grab your child, show your husband. Maybe after a couple glasses of wine at home when nobody else is watching. You won't like it if you do it out in public. So these are your tools you need to be able to pick up faster, to understand what they're saying. And then you can pick up faster and retain it better because you know what a rocking horse is and a K-step. I didn't even do, I guess I should slip it in here. I didn't even do the most common one of all, your jazz box. Your jazz box, which is literally a box. The thing is, usually the box is used to rotate to another wall. So I'm going to go to this, I'm going to go across to the, let me face this way. I'm going to go across to the top corner, walk back, side, and forward. That is the jazz box. I step across, move back, side, and forward. Reach across, back, side, and forward. And that's your box. And of course, it can be on either foot, and it can be slow, and it can be fast. So that kind of concludes this. I will be doing some basic of the line dances that will be available to look at, but also if you'd like to join my monthly group and get your 4 or 5 line dances where I will teach the specific dance live. You can go to my Ko-fi page, Ko-fi, K-O-F-I. I think I can put a link on. Hold on. There it is. If you go there, you can join for the month, and you get 4 or 5 weeks, depends on the month, right? And I will teach a class live every Monday at 7:30. And if you miss it, there's no problem because you can then always go back and look at it later and whatever else is there, even if it's from another month. So your little membership will help me pay it forward to other students that don't have the funds to do it, special needs, elderly, get in the schools, things like that. So thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you again, and ask me those questions below, and I'll help you out. Bye-bye.